Hello everyone, this is Jackie Williams, and in this video I want to share with you the Regal Winter Suite, which includes these distinctive stamps, dies, and 2 sets of papers, ribbon, and gems. Now for this project though, I want to use just the stamps and dies because I want to use a different color palette just to show some possibilities with these beautiful distinctive stamps. So I have a piece of lemon lolly, and this is 3 1/4 inches by about 5 1/4, and then this piece of white is about 3 1/4 inches by about 2 3/4 inches, just to give it a little more interest. I'm just going to use my blending brush and the lemon lolly ink, so it's the same color ink as the paper or the cardstock, and I'm just going to put a little ink around the edges like this. And then I'll emboss this piece with the Distress Tile embossing folder. Now we will just put these 2 pieces on our card base, which is 7 1/2 inches by 7, scored in half. I just want a few little splatters over here on this side on the white. So I'm just going to use, ooh, that's quite a bit, but I think by the time we get everything on there, you won't see much of that. So I've used crushed curry and Highland heather. Next, I'm going to use a thin strip from the Regal Distressed Patterns paper pack. It's this one here, and there's one that is white with some gold detailing. So it's perfect for accepting some color, so you can make it any color that you like. For this particular project, I'm going to use Calypso Coral. It's been very hot here the last few weeks, so I am in the mood for some nice summery colors. As you can see, the white part accepts the color, but the gold foiling resists the color. So you can customize this for any color combination that you like. Put a piece of tape on the back of this, but before I peel that off, I'm just going to make a little banner shape at the end. So I'm cutting up the middle, and then you cut from one corner to the top of that first cut, and then do the same on the other side. And then this piece, I'm going to adhere to the little kind of florally image in this set that I've cut out of fresh freesia. And then I'll put this on in between the white and the lemon lolly like this. You might be wondering about this color combination, but by the time we've got all of our flowers and elements on here, I think it will look good. Now let's stamp our flowers, and the stamps in this set are the Distinktive stamps. You can tell which ones they are by how they are pictured. If they have these dark and light areas, that means that the shading is etched right into the rubber. So all you need to do is ink it and stamp, and you will get those color variations or those intensity variations just by stamping. However, it doesn't work very well if your stamp or if your ink pad is particularly inky, or if you get too much ink on the stamp. So a tip that I've found is, before I use my Distinktive stamps, I take a dedicated bone folder that I obviously use for messy things, and I just move some of the ink to the side. So I'm not actually removing the ink, I'm just temporarily redistributing it so that that middle section has a lot less ink on it. I'm just going to get my Calypso Coral. So this is Pretty in Pink, and this is Calypso Coral. So what I'll do is I'm going to ink that up in the Pretty in Pink, and then I have Calypso Coral I'm just going to add onto the flower centers with a sponge dauber. And then when I stamp that down, you can see that detail with the darker and the lighter areas, plus I have some color variation in there. And then we'll just use the coordinating dies to cut that out. So I already have some flowers pre-cut. So for these ones, I didn't use Pretty in Pink, I used fresh freesia and Calypso Coral, and then I used peach pie, and then old olive for the leaves. Now I'm going to just crinkle up these flowers a little bit. If you aren't comfortable doing that, you can just take your bone folder and just curve them around and give them a little shape. And one of these flowers, I'm actually going to cut away one. So I have a group of 1 and a group of 2, and then my original group of 3. So I'm going to place my flowers here, just right in the middle, and then go ahead and arrange my other flowers around. And just like that, it's pretty easy to make a beautiful flower arrangement that ties all the colors in together. And then I've used the words from this set and just created a nice label. And then we'll want to add some gems into the flower centers. So I'm just looking which ones I like best. I think I like these peach ones. Now for the ribbon. So I'm using the Petunia Pop bordered ribbon. And one thing about this ribbon is it unravels very easily. If one end doesn't unravel, then try the other end. And you just have to get hold of the right thread. And you will end up with all of the long threads out of the ribbon like this. And we'll just pull off a few of them and tie those into a bow. Okay, something like this. And then I want to use one of my new favorites, the twisted gold thread, and just tie a little bow with that too. Okay, then we'll take a glue dot and put that on the knot. Then I'm going to take my bow and kind of fold it in half like this, and then just place it underneath this flower here. And then we'll do the same with the gold twine. We'll trim those. And there we go. Then here's one that I made earlier. This one uses Pretty in Pink for the flowers instead of fresh freesia and just that little bit of pink or purple and pink and purple. I think both of them look nice. And then on the inside, you can just stamp a little bit more of the images that we have on the front. On this one, I used a different folder. I like both of them. This is the plaid and this is the distress tile. So I have some other samples to share with you. This one is using the papers, both sets of papers. So I've got the Regal winter papers here, and then I've used those same Regal distress patterns, and this time inked it up with Night of Navy, and then made a beautiful matching envelope for this one. Use those beautiful papers and their coordination to make a cascading pleat fold card. I quite liked how this one turned out. And I did the same thing with the ribbon here, tied it in a bow and then fold it in half to have a little edge detail. And then for this one is a gift card holder. So the gift card slips into this little slot here. And then I've used the frame that's included in this set as a little latch to hold the opening flap down. And this particular project is one of the 12 projects included in the Regal Winter video class, and there is a link in the video description if you'd like to download that class. So there's 11 other designs besides this one. This project was a birthday card from my friend Helen Wiggum, so I wanted to share that. In fact, this right here was the inspiration for arranging the flowers on the project that we did in this video. I made a bottle tag holder here using completely different color schemes again. I liked the bright colors with this particular set. And I also decorated one of the book treat boxes. I love how these papers coordinate together with the beautiful dark floral prints, and then paired it with the Country Woods papers. And then I made another envelope. This paper makes particularly nice envelopes because you've got the floral on one side and then a more solid on the other. So they work nicely in the same project. And then just made a simple card here using my circle punch and some of the leftover scraps. Let me know which one you like the very best. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have a friend who would enjoy this video, please feel free to share and tag them. And of course, Leave me a comment and subscribe. This is Jackie Williams, and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.